Hey, what is going on, guys? Cisco here with CiscoJDiaz.com, and in this video I wanted to show you how to create a quiz funnel just like the one that Ryan Levisk has here. So this is actually his landing page to one of his quiz funnels. As you can see right here, we're actually going to create this exact landing page, and then we're going to go ahead and create a quiz that's going to go along with that landing page. So as you can see here, he has a quiz, and once you complete the quiz, depending on the answers that you select, it's actually going to take you into, it's actually going to give you different results for depending on the answers that you select, right? So as he calls it, it puts you in different buckets, okay? So I'm going to show you how to create that using a less expensive tool that I'm going to show you in just a moment. Now, the reason I say less expensive is because he actually has a software, and I'm talking about Ryan Levisk. He actually has a software called Bucket.io. Now, this software, as you can see right here, it's actually they actually just came out with version 2.0. I'm not sure if it's already fully developed, but this software right here, and it doesn't have a price on the page. So, I mean, you know, if you come to it, you're not going to find the pricing or anything like that. I believe you just have to, you know, give them your email address, and they're going to add you to a wait list. Okay, so for this software to create quiz funnels, I actually had to do a little bit of research, and I was able to find out that this software starts at $200 per month. Okay, if you want to get access to if you want to be able to create quiz funnels using his software. All right, now it also mentions about a $2,000 setup charge. I'm not sure what that is, so I'm not really going to get into it. But I mean, nevertheless, $200 a month, it's really expensive. So I actually have a solution for you, an alternative. It's called the HBA Funnel Builder. Now, this funnel builder, it's actually a less expensive solution or tool. It runs you for just $25 a month. And you're able to create any type of sales funnel you want, landing pages, websites, also quiz funnels. And I'm going to show you how to create a quiz funnel using this particular software. Now, if you do want to follow along, if you do want to actually take me up on this and actually join the HBA Funnel Builder, I am going to leave a link down in the description so that you can go ahead and join. It is an affiliate link. I do earn a small commission. And it does help me and support this channel, also for me to create these videos. And other than that, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification bell icon so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Now, with that said, let's get into the video. Okay, guys, so before we actually get started creating our quiz funnel, I wanted to show you what we're going to be creating. So this is actually a landing page from Ryan Levisk. This is his landing page right before he takes you into his quiz funnel. And as you can see, he has this header section up here. He has this section here with a headline, an image of himself, and a few bullet points. Then further down, he has this call to action, this button pretty much that takes you straight to the quiz. And also he has here a video of himself and why you are here. Also down further, this section right here about all the places he's been featured in. So we're going to create something similar to that. And also about section here, this about section of himself. And then he has some testimonials right as his last section. Okay, and then finally the button here to take you straight to the quiz. Okay, so this is going to be the landing page we're going to create, and we're going to create this right in here. Okay, this is going to be our funnel builder that we're going to be using. So obviously, if you're just getting started with this funnel builder, this is going to be a blank canvas. You're not going to see any of this. Obviously, I've created a few funnels in here, and that's why you're seeing this. But the first thing you want to do is you want to come here to where it says funnels. Click on that. And now I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom. You probably are not gonna have to scroll down. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on add new step and click on page. Okay. Now what I want to do here is I actually want to select the template that I'm going to be using. So for this example, I'm going to be using this, going to this webinar template here. And I'm going to select this one here. Okay. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to name this Cisco's landing page, let's say. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and click on add. And boom, as you see, our template gets added. All right. And now what we want to do is, of course, we want to change a bunch of things. Okay. Everything pretty much. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of this logo here. And I'm actually going to add in the logo that I created for this video. Now, it is an ugly logo that I created, but I mean, just to pretty much make it look a little bit closer to what he has. So my logo says the Find Out Company. Double click on that. And I'm going to go ahead and resize it to 100%. All right. And in here, I want to go ahead, so right in between my logo and this call to action button, I want to add in a heading here, all right? So this is going to say about Jennifer, all right? So Jennifer is going to be the make-believe person that pretty much runs this quiz, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and actually... let me go ahead and bring this down some. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this here. And I actually want to make this way smaller than that. That is too big. I'm probably going to just say something like that big right there. Okay, I'm going to actually, we don't need to change the color right now. But then I'm going to leave it just like that. So right there. Okay. And I'm going to just go ahead and bring this just a little bit further down this way. Okay. All right. Now, of course, if you needed to add more, another link or whatever, you could add in another link. I just want to show you for the sake of this video what you can do. So this one, I'm going to bring this one down just a little bit as well. I want to make it all align. All right. And now I want to bring this back up again. Okay. So I'm going to get back to that in just a moment. Now, next, what I want to do here is I want to actually add. So we're going to go ahead and add in our first headline here. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that, copy it. And what I want to do here is I actually want to, let me get rid of this here. So, mind that. Let me get rid of this. I'm just going to fast forward this, guys, so I can get rid of this. All right, perfect. So now we have our section here. I actually want to get rid of this image in the background. I don't want that image. I just want it to be, just want the background color to be all black. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make it all black, and I don't want no overlay or anything like that. Just leave it black. And now what I want to do here is I actually want to divide this up into 2 columns. Okay, and the first column is actually going to have our first headline here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this widget. I'm going to paste in my first headline. So it's going to say free online quiz with Ryan Levisk. But instead of Ryan, it's just going to say Jennifer Diaz. Okay, I'm just going to add in my last name to the mix here. Okay, so it's going to be my sister here, Jennifer Diaz. Okay, and now I want to go ahead and change the text color. I want to make it white. And it didn't make it white. So one more time, white. All right, and I'm going to leave the font size as is, and I think that's good right there. I'm probably just going to go ahead and bold it and probably just give it a little bit more line height. So there you go, right there. And now next, I'm going to go ahead and add in that little separator that you see there. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and just grab that separator, and I'm actually going to change the color to the yellow. So boom, right there. Go ahead and select the yellow there. Go ahead and grab the second subheadline here. All right, copy it. And same thing, just add the widget here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paste it in there. You gotta highlight it. You gotta highlight all of it if you wanna make changes. So for example, if you wanna change the font size or the font family or whatever you want, you have to highlight it all. So I'm gonna go ahead and just simply do 32 right there. That should be good. And again, I'm gonna highlight it to go ahead and center it. So that should be good right there. Okay, I'm gonna change the color actually. So I'm gonna make it that white color. All right. Perfect. Okay, so we have our two headlines here. The next thing I want to add is just the image of Jennifer. So again, we go to our widget section and then we just drag this image widget right next to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and select the image from Jennifer. So I have Jennifer right here on her mobile phone and also looking at her laptop. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that in. And now I'm going to just drag this just to resize it a little bit. And there you go. That's perfect right there. Okay, so this is coming along pretty good. Now, the next thing I want to do is I actually want to add in another section because what this is going to do here, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not going to allow us to add in the text right underneath how it goes, how we have it here on his page. So for that, I'm going to add in a new block right here. And this is just going to be, let's say, an empty block right there. So again, I'm going to go ahead and add a black background to this. All right, perfect. And now what I want to do is I actually want to go here, grab my text widget, add that in there. Okay. And now I also want to grab in my icon because I'm going to be adding in a little check mark. All right. So let's go ahead and look for a check mark icon. And I like this one. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to change the color to, you guessed it, the yellow. And we're going to go ahead and make a yellow. And now what I want to do is I actually have to bring this together closer to it. So I think that I'm going to go ahead and do it like that. Yep. And here, I actually want to bring this down some. And I want to go ahead and copy the first bullet point here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that, add that in here. Okay. And now I want to actually, so I'm going to say there are two because we're going to be only using two results. So two. All right. We're going to be using only two results. And now I want to actually make this all white. And let me go ahead one more time here. So boom, we have it white. Okay, and I also want to make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to say maybe 24. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, 24 would work. And I'm going to also give it a little bit of line height. There we have it. All right, so boom, that is looking good. And just want to bring this out just a little bit more. That is looking really good. Perfect. And we have it next to our little check mark. Okay, so I want to go ahead and do the same thing here for all of my text, all of my bullet points actually. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and copy this and boom, I'm going to go ahead and grab my text, add it right underneath. All right, grab the text from here, copy it. Okay. And boom, add it in there. Perfect. We'll do the same thing here for our icon. I'm going to go ahead and copy it and just grab it from here, drag it in here, and boom, put it right next to it. All right. Now, next, I want to just bring this down just a little bit. All right. Just a little bit, bring it down. And I also want to stretch it out like that. Okay, now the final bullet point here, I'm going to go ahead and copy it. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back here to my saved elements and I'm going to go ahead and just drag and drop this text element right in there. go ahead and paste in what we copied and do the same thing with our icon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my icon right in there. There you have it. And now I'm going to go ahead and bring this down again some and stretch this out more. Okay, so boom, there we go. That's perfect. Now the final part of this section is actually, I'm going to go ahead and grab this here just so it looks similar to what he has. And now what I want to do is I actually want to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and grab this text widget, just add it right in there, paste it in, go ahead and highlight it all so I can change the text color to the white. Okay, and also I want to make this 24, same size as, all right, I forgot to highlight it again. So 24, okay, and now what I want to do to this, I want to actually center it. And I want to bring it down just a little bit. All right, so there you have it right there. So this actually, it's looking pretty good, I would say. Okay, only thing is obviously, I don't have the same background as his, but I mean, you can go ahead and do that. I just don't have, for the sake of the video, I'm not actually going to go into all of that. But what I like to do, and I'm actually going to bring this up just a little bit. I think this is, there you go, just like that. And what I like to do is I like to save it, after every section that I create, I'm going to go ahead and save it just to make sure. And now what I'm going to go ahead and create is actually this section here with our start the quiz button. Okay, so to do that, again, I'm going to go ahead and let me see here. I'm going to add in a block. Okay, so this is going to be a, let's see, call to action block, I would say. I'm going to use this one here. So I'm going to get rid of this part, and I'm only going to make this one column. Okay, just the button here. So this button right here is going to say start the quiz. Okay, start the quiz. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and edit the styling. So button color, I want it to be yellow. Okay, yellow. And I want the border color maybe to be black, I would say. Let's make it black. And also the text style, I want the text to be black. So I'm also going to make this text black. All right. And we're actually going to make that text bigger. All right, so I'm going to make it 30. All right, everything else is good. And now I actually want to change the border radius. So let's say I want to a little bit rounded, I guess you could say. So I would say maybe like 10. And then the border size, I'm going to say maybe like so. Okay, so that will work. That's fine for me. Now the hover color, I actually want the hover color to be like an orange. So I'm just going to go ahead and select that orange right there. Perfect. And now this, the background color of this, I actually want it to be just white. Okay. So because the next section, I'm going to make it gray. All right. So white, and boom, finally, we're going to click on save. And the next section here is actually this headline with the video about himself. So this video, we're going to make believe this is about Jennifer. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a block, and I'm going to look for this video block, you say. I'm going to select this one here. And I'm going to fast forward this, guys, while I clean it up a little bit. So bear with me. Okay. So there you have it right there. We have our video. We have our headline. So now what I want to do here is I actually want to have like a video thumbnail, I guess you could say. So use custom thumbnail. No. And yes, boom. We have here our actual video thumbnail that we want. So again, guys, this is to make pretend like this is Jennifer's video, right? About herself. And next, what I want to do is I actually want to add in the headline here. So who am I and why are you here? Why you are here. All right. So add that in there. Perfect. I'm not really going to mess around with the font size or anything. And then in this section, I'm going to go ahead and add in our separator right in here. So right there. Again, I'm going to go ahead and make it our yellow. Perfect. Okay. So there you have it right there. We have our other section here. I'm actually going to bring this up just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and save this. Okay. We can actually bring this up too from here. Bring it up a little bit. Click on save. Perfect. All right, guys. So this is coming along pretty good. And now the next section that I'm going to create is actually this section here, you know, where Jennifer has been featured in. So again, I'm going to use this block right here, and I'm going to add in an image widget, okay, because I already do have a sort of an but actually like a featured image right in here that I'm going to use this one right here. So I seen on, okay, I'm going to add that in there. And I'm going to leave that just like that. I'm not even going to change the background color or anything like that. I think that looks okay. So boom, that is coming along pretty good, guys. And now what I want to do is I'm going to add in this about section. So this is going to be Jennifer's about section. So to do that, again, we're going to add in a block, and it's going to be image and text block. So I'm going to use this one here. And we're going to go ahead and bring this up right up here. I'm going to go ahead and click on it, edit image. I'm going to go ahead and add in the image of Jennifer on her mobile and laptop. So this image right here, we're going to go ahead and add that in there. And of course, guys, you can add in a little bit of shadow if you want. So I'm going to go ahead and add some shadow here, make it look decent. So shadow type, outer shadow. I'm going to move this here and let's see how this looks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, say boom, then horizontal offset. I would say, yeah, like that. And then blur radius, just like that. I mean, you know, you want to play around with that, obviously. Next, guys, what I want to do is I actually want to bring this here, all right, really close to it, to our image. Okay, that is perfect. And now here, I want to actually change this to about Jennifer. All right, perfect. So this is coming along really, really nice. I think I'm going to go ahead and save that. And now the next section, it's going to be our testimonials section. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change this headline here to testimonials. All right, I'm going to add in our separator right in there, right there. And of course, we're going to change the color to yellow. Okay. And now I want to go ahead and not widgets, but I want to look for the testimonial block. All right, so team and testimonials. And I'm going to go ahead and say this one here, because this is the one that looks more like what he has on his page. Okay, so boom, as you can see, these are his testimonials. So we have our testimonials here as well. And now what I want to do is I actually want to bring this up a little bit. Okay, that's fine. And this up a little bit as well. Perfect. Now the next part is I actually want to create another section like this for the button. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and just simply copy this widget. All right. And I'm going to add that widget right underneath our testimonials. All right. So boom, right in there, we're going to go ahead and add in our start the quiz widget. That's perfect. And actually, I can just bring this up a little bit. All right, that's good. And I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this, guys. So I'm going to, again, fast forward this. Perfect. So now we are left with our footer. Okay, we can actually bring this up or down however we want. Okay, and the footer section, I mean, of course, this is where you would add in all your disclaimers, obviously. Now that's very easy to do. So right here, we could just click on this, double click on it, and actually we can say something like affiliate, for example, right? Affiliate disclaimer. And pretty much what you would do is you would already have your page created, and simply you would go ahead and click on this link right here, and you would add in the external link, right? So for example, you would just copy and paste the URL for your affiliate disclaimer page, right? In this case, we don't have one, so I just wanted to show you how that would work. Now we are finished with our landing page pretty much. The next step is actually we are going to start creating our quiz questions. Okay, and I'm going to show you also, one last thing I forgot is to actually link this to the about section here, about Jennifer's section here. So to do that, you're going to go here to this section and you're going to click on block. Actually click on block right there, and where it says add anchor point, we're going to go ahead and click on that, and we're going to say about Jennifer. All right, so this is going to be the anchor point right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and, oh man, all right, never mind, I'll just have to type it in. So now what I want to do is I want to come back here, right, and I want to go to link. Okay, so external link, actually, yeah, it is external link, and I want to go ahead and say hashtag about, and now we want to add in Jennifer. Okay, so now that should work. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to show you how that will work. But before I do, I want to go ahead and save this. So of course you could change the color here, you know, so it doesn't look that ugly. But for the sake of the video, you know, just to save some time, I'm not going to do that. I'm just simply going to go ahead and click here to show you how that would work. So this is our landing page that we just created. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. Okay. And what you can do now is boom, just it's going to bring you right down. So whatever, you know, whatever link you create up here, and you want to obviously, you know, take the person to, for example, testimonials, then that's the way you can go ahead and do it. So perfect, guys. That is the landing page. Now I'm going to show you how we can start creating our quiz. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get started with our quiz. And as you can see, I am here. This is Ryan's landing page. Now, he does have a few buttons here that will take you straight to the quiz. And I just want to show you what the quiz looks like that he has created. Okay, so this is pretty much it. I believe there's something like 7 or 8 questions, not really sure. But I'm going to go through these questions real quick and show you, because the purpose of this is that we're going to go ahead. I'm only going to create 2 questions for the purpose of this video. And each answer is going to have a specific score that's going to determine what result you're going to get, or what bucket you're going to get put into. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and just go through this real quick and show you what the final result would look like. Right? So I think it's even less than 8 questions. So as you can see here, it has this page. Okay, so it has the progress bar up here. Then it has a question. What type of business should you start? Your result type is MBCF. Okay, so this is the specific result that you're going to get based on the answers that based on the answers that I selected. And as you can see, I wanted to show you real quick. So based on this result, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to put your email address down below, so that way he can send you a custom report and a video explaining to you what the result means and what you can actually do with that information. But I wanted to show you that he does offer, so it says right here, right, there are four different results that you can actually get, okay, depending on the answers that you select. All right, so without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started with this quiz. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to go here to funnels, and right under my landing page that we created, I'm going to go ahead and add a new step, add a page, and this is going to be an empty page, and I'm just going to call it quiz questions. Okay, I'm going to click on add. All right, this already exists, so I'm just going to say quiz questions 1. All right, perfect. So now we have this blank canvas. I'm going to go ahead and add in our quiz survey widget. I'm going to add it right up here at the top. Now, as you can see, this is going to be our quiz right in here, but obviously we're going to make it look better. I'm not really going to focus too much on the background, and I'm not going to add any images or colors to the background. I'm going to leave it pretty simple. Okay, I don't really think you need to get that creative with it, as long as you can easily read it. But it's totally up to you. Okay, that's totally up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and also just use the first two questions that he has here just as an example. So the first one is going to be here: is the business you're thinking of starting? So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to click here on the side and I'm going to edit fields. Okay, and this one, step one, I'm going to name it question 1. Click on edit fields again. And here where it says step heading and description, I'm actually going to add the question in there. So I'm going to click on change. Here on step headline, I'm going to go ahead and paste in the question. It's not really a question, but let's pretend it was. And then I'm going to get rid of this step description. Also in the heading and description, I want to go ahead and style it. Not style it too much, but just change the font size to maybe 23. All right, I'm going to leave everything else as is. And here I'm going to go ahead and add in our first answer. So a brand new business. So a brand new business. Okay. And our second one is going to say an extension of an existing business. An extension of an existing business. All right, I think I misspelled that. All right, and this has a question. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. All right, and here I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these two answers. We don't need them. We're just going to keep them at 2. Okay, get rid of this. And also what I want to do now is I actually want to go ahead and give each answer a score. Okay, this is what's actually going to determine what result the person is going to get after completing your survey. So in this case, this one is going to be 10 and this one is going to be 50. Okay, so now I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go ahead and add in my second question. So I'm going to go ahead and say here, this is question 2. Okay, edit fields. I'm going to get rid of these 2 fields here because this is actually if we wanted somebody to opt in, but we're not going to do that yet. So get rid of these 2 and add a field. So we're going to say multiple choice. I'm going to get rid of this here so it doesn't appear up here at the top. Okay, and also I'm going to go ahead and go through this. So this is the second question. I'm going to go ahead and copy it. And here up top where it says step heading and description, I'm also going to go ahead and add that question in here. Get rid of this. All right, the style should be already 23, the way we added, we used for the question number 1. Okay, so we're going to leave that like that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of one of these answers because I'm just going to use 2. Even though he has 3 here, but I'm funding my business myself, so that's going to be answer number 1. So I'm funding my business myself. And the next one is going to say I'm funding my business myself with a little bit of help. I have this one. I have already raised millions of dollars in venture funding. That's going to be answer number 2. I am funding. What does it say? Yeah, I have already raised. I'm sorry. Raised millions. Just gonna say millions in, I guess, venture funding. I think it said funding. All right. Yeah, let's leave it like that. That should be fine. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a score. Do the same thing for the second answer, so that's going to be 50. Right now we have here our 2 answers, but I also want to go ahead and do one more thing. I want to get rid of these images. We don't need the images for what we're doing. And I'm going to go back here to question number 2, get rid of these images. Okay, so this one, I think that's the one that I had already gotten rid of. Okay. All right, so I had already gotten rid of all of them, I believe. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we should be good to go now. Now the next thing I want to do is I actually want to get rid of this button here. So to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and click here on the side, and I'm going to click on this little flywheel that says Edit Settings. And to do that, all you have to do is uncheck Show Back button, and also this one here, you have to click to check it, Auto Advanced. So it's going to get rid of that button there. And all right, so we are good. I think we have both of our questions. Let me go ahead and just open this up. So question number 1, boom. And yeah, I think we are good. Did we get both of our questions? So yeah, question 1, yes, we got them. All right, perfect. So now what I want to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to go ahead and create the results pages. So now that we have our questions here, I'm going to go ahead, go back to funnels, click here, and down below, I'm going to go ahead and add new step page. Also, this is going to be an empty page. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and say this is TBMF. Okay, this is going to be our first result. Click add. And now it's going to be, so again, guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you what that results page look like. So it's going to be the progress bar up here. Then it's going to have this question over here. And let me just go ahead and replicate that. So add widget. I'm going to look for my progress bar, add it up in here. And I'm going to make it progress 90. Okay. So 90. Okay. And I'm also going to go ahead and make it a little bit smaller. So 671, that should work. Go back here, add widget. I'm going to go ahead and add a heading. Okay. And paste in our question. I'm going to go ahead and center it. Also, I want to make the font size a little bit smaller. So maybe, maybe 36, I think. Bold it. That should work. Okay, now the next thing, I'm not gonna actually go into making an image like he has here of the result, like with the banner and all. I'm only just gonna type it in. So it's gonna say, I'm gonna go ahead and put in another heading widget right underneath. It's gonna say your result type. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and center it. Again, I'm going to go ahead and change the font size, and I'm going to make this 32. I'm going to go ahead and bold it. All right, even though maybe I shouldn't bold it, just like that. All right, your result type. And then finally, I'm going to go ahead and add in the actual letters, okay? So the result type is going to be TBMF, okay? So it's TBMF. This one, I'm going to go ahead again, center it. I'm going to change the font size to 36. This one, I am going to go ahead and bold it. And I'm also going to change the font family, let's say to Hammersmith. All right. I think that looks good. You can even change the color if you want, but I'm going to leave it just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and enter this kind of call to action, right? Telling people to put in their email below to find out more, or to find out what the result means. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the text widget, put it right underneath, put in there our call to action. I say call to action. I think that's what that is. And again, I'm going to go ahead and center it. And I'm going to bring this closer together. And also, I want to go ahead and give this some line height and change the font size to 22. Okay, I think that looks good. And finally, I'm going to go ahead and add in this email field here with the button. So to do that, go back to widget, grab this form widget, add it right underneath. Now it's going to have a whole bunch of fields, but you're going to, I mean, you could keep the name one if you wanted to collect people's names, but just to keep it congruent with his quiz funnel, I'm going to get rid of that, get rid of subject field, get rid of message. And I'm only going to keep the email field, but I'm going to get rid of this here And I'm actually going to add it inside the placeholder, so email. Okay. And also I want to go ahead and center this, because I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so it's going to fit right in with the rest of our text and all. Okay, now I'm not really going to bother too much with designing the button and all that. I mean, you kind of understand where I'm going with this. And this, I mean, you can obviously do this in your own on your own time. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like that. But there's one final thing I want to do here, and that is edit settings. I want to actually connect my get response, my autoresponder, which I have already integrated with the HBA funnel builder. So I'm just going to go ahead and select one of my lists, confirm. Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to go ahead and click on save. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the next results page, but I'm just going to go ahead and just pretty much skip through it, fast forward this so that you don't have to, sit around and see this whole thing, because it's pretty much the same thing as I just did in this result here. Okay, so I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, so we have both of our results pages created. Now I'm going to go back here to funnels. But before I do, I actually want to go ahead and copy this this URL here. Okay, so copy that. Go back here, go to funnels. Okay, and in funnels, we're going to go to our quiz section, our quiz questions. Okay, now what we want to do here is actually go to, and I actually want to make this a little bit smaller, not from there. Let's make it a little bit smaller from here. I think that looks good. All right, perfect. And I'm going to click here and go to results. Okay, so now this is the tricky part, guys. So right here, you're going to go, instead of thank you message, which is already, they have already by default selected it. I'm going to go ahead and say page redirect. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and give this a score. Okay, so the first score is going to be 1 to 20. Okay, and for this result, people are going to be taking to my SBMF results page. So I'm going to select external link, and I'm going to paste in the URL that I copied for the SBMF results page. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on select, and I'm going to add in another rule. All right, and that's going to be for our second results page. So for that one, I'm going to go ahead and actually save this and go back here, and I'm going to select the TBMF. Okay, so I'm going to select that. I'm going to go ahead and click it and open it in a new tab. Copy this URL. Okay, go back here, go back to my funnels, go back to my quiz questions. Again, click here, click on results. And for this one, it's actually going to be, from 21, okay, from 21 to 100. Okay, this is going to be the score that we're going to be using for this. And now we're going to do the same thing. Select external link, paste in our URL for our results page. Click on select, click out of there, and click on save. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you, but before I do, I actually want to go ahead and also select this URL, because now we're going to go back to our landing page. So I'm going to go ahead and click on here, look for our landing page here, and we're actually going to add that link or URL to our buttons. Okay, so this is the first button here, so I'm going to go ahead and edit link, and it actually had a link in here, but I'm going to go ahead and change it. Okay, and click on select. I'm going to go ahead and do the same for this one. Get rid of this link, paste in our new link, click on select, and same thing for our third and final button. Okay, paste in there our URL, click on select, now click on save. Now I'm going to show you guys from beginning to end what this would look like. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. This is our landing page. All right, now if somebody wants to take our quiz, they're going to go ahead and click here. It's going to take them to our quiz questions. And let's say they select, they're a brand new business. Yeah, I'm funding my business myself. Now they're going to go ahead and click on submit. Now, boom, it takes them to the SBMF results type, right? Now, what they would do is obviously put their email in here, click on submit, and it's going to take them to your autoresponder. Now, same thing if we go ahead and do the other questions, okay, the other answers actually. So this side over here, an extension of an existing business, and I have already raised millions in venture funding. Boom, boom, click on submit, and as you can see, they get taken to our TBMF. So guys, this is it. This is our quiz funnel. Now, if you want to follow along, I suggest that you go ahead and check out this funnel builder. It's called the HBA Funnel Builder. I'm going to leave a link down below. So again, it is an affiliate link. I do earn a small commission, but it does help me in making these videos. And yeah, so if you did find this video helpful, then by all means, smash the like button. Please consider subscribing, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell icon so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. With that said, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.